Before, oh golly, Mother and Dad kept me busy, cutting the lawn especially. I had to be out there Wednesday afternoon and made sure the lawn was cut because the Cinnabon come in Thursday morning, and if that lawn wasn't cut, Dad would let me know about it. So Mom says, John Edward? They called me John Edward. I don't get it now, fortunately. Get out there and cut that lawn and make sure the chickens, we had a few chickens, make sure they're fed and watered and all that. But I didn't do much housework. I don't remember doing much dishes or stuff like that at that age. No, I don't think I did. My older sister, she probably did some of that.
So when a son boy came back and your father came home, the grass better be cut.
It was cut.
Yeah.
You bet it was.
What kind of odd jobs might you have done to raise some spending money?
Well, I tell you, I worked for Earl Fisher. Is that a familiar name? He used to be a barber in Port McNicoll, up by Pagey's hardware store. And I was only maybe 11 or 12, and I used to dust the little bottles of shampoo or whatever it was that he had, and I think I get 15, 20 cents or something, an hour or something. And other than that, we're Inishes. Mike Inish had Mike and John Inish. Are you familiar with that name? They had a concrete block and tile business right next to where I lived in Port McNicoll. And I'd go over there and help out for a few pennies an hour. That was about 12, then 13. But that...
Did you cut anybody else's grass to make money?
No.
Just the one. When you had some spending money, what stores might you have gone to buy your treats?
Let me think now. That's a good question. I think I didn't have that much. I saved a lot of it, and maybe I might go up to Calvert's and maybe get some penny Arpans. I go to Arpans and get some penny candies. The Arpans, of course, John Arpan of that. Their store was just 2 doors up from where I lived. And I'd go in there and buy licorice and whatever, felt like beginning.
Now, did you grow up with John Arpan?
Yes, I did. Yes, John and I were 2 doors apart. And as well as an expert pianist, he was a great ball player. John could run like the rabbit and then hit a ball. But Mr. Arpan, Eli was his dad's name, was so afraid of John's hands getting hurt because of his piano expertise, you'd hardly let him play at all. But when he did, we had fun. But I even took some piano lessons from John for a while, but that didn't really turn out. I had to have a bit of, want to do it, but John was the one that put Port McNicoll on the map when it come to musicians.
From your house, could you hear him practicing?
Oh, yes, yes, constantly. And he had a brother, Leo, that also played a good piano. But Leo didn't really, burst out into a piano player. He was sort of at home and stayed at home.
When did you start working on the boats?
1951. I was 13 years old, and Dad got me on there as a bellop. And that was quite a change it was quite a change for a person that age, especially when you get out on the Lake Superior and all these waves are coming and going, but it was good money.
What boat were you on?
Cinnabon.
Yeah. Okay.
And the wages were very minimal, but the tips were excellent. From the tourists, you'd go up, deliver water, ice water, and then maybe give you $1. At that time, that was big money. So it was good time.
And the passengers could afford to give you $1 for their ice water?
Not everyone to give me $1, no. The ones that give me $1 got extra service.
Yeah.
But I did the quarters and stuff like that. But mind you, this is 1951, quite a few years ago. But it was great. I was too young though, John. I think 13 is too young to take on a responsible job like that because you're not, not really educated into the work style of what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. But it worked out okay. Made a few dollars for school.
How many years did you do that?
Well, I just did it the 1 year. And then, of course, I went back to school. And after I finished school, I went work on the Great Lakes Freighters for quite a number of years. And after I left there, I come back on the Assiniboia as a deckhand, and that's when I got married. And then of course the boat's tied up a few years later. So I worked with a lot of people from Victoria Harbour as well, probably some of your relatives. Butch Belcher, you know Butch. Butch and I worked together in the Harbours, Roy Harbour and them, and Hank was also a steward at that time.
What jobs would you have done as a deckhand?
Oh, well, there's lots of jobs, tying up the ships and going out on the what we call the bosun's boom, where they drop you down on the dock, and scrubbing the decks and painting and souging, chipping paint. There was never a dull moment for the deckhands. There's always something to do. But it was good. It was a good job. Well, one of the particular story was while I was a deckhand, we had to drive the cars onto the boat. They took about 40 cars. So I was driving on this brand new Thunderbird, and Andy Swales was the mate, and he was telling me to hurry up because the boat was good. So I hurried up and I took the whole side out of the Thunderbird. Rape! I didn't get fired because the boat was leaving, and they couldn't do without me. I never forget that. They'd fix it. They got insurance, I guess, but I thought, boy, this is terrible. A lot of loud voices at the time, but they got over it.